Hey everyone, Matt and Eric are here to talk about last night's Lost episode, Recon. It was a Sawyer-centric episode. We kind of got tricked back at the premiere. We were kind of led to believe that Sawyer still might have been a con man. He even let Kate go, even though he knew she was a fugitive.
Right.
It turns out he's
actually a cop, which was a fun reveal a few minutes into this episode, especially since it seemed like he's up to his old tricks, a con we'd seen many times on the show before.
the pigeon drop.
Yeah, but then instead, wait a second, he's a cop. Not only that, his partner is Miles. That was actually a really fun turn of events. The way they brought Charlotte in was cool. However, I did feel this was a little lacking after the last couple episodes, The Flash Sideways, because it didn't really build up to much of a resolution. We've been seeing these characters make some pretty interesting choices in The Flash Sideways. This one didn't have that.
Yeah, I agree. Basically, by the end, it was very open-ended, and all Sawyer had chosen to do was just sort of be not so much of a jerk. He tried to apologize to Charlotte. He tried to, well, he did. He came clean to his partner about his backstory.
Yeah.
But we're now wondering, is the open-endedness of his Flash Sideways tied to his non-allegiance to anyone on the island? Because we thought he might have been with the Man in Black, but it turns out by the end of the episode we find out he's who he's always been with, Sawyer.
Right, and so it's interesting when you think back on the Kate episode, which again people found a little lacking, the fact that that was kind of open-ended too, what her status is, but now you look at Kate and Sawyer on the island and where they have this plan to run off together and not really pledge their allegiance to the Man in Black or Jacob, so there is a correlation. Interesting to analyze even if it doesn't make for the most exciting episode.
Yeah, the detective thing was fun. We got to see Charlie's brother, we got to see other characters could even come in, especially since his Flash side was open-ended. Back on the island though, it was great to see Locke leading his flock and the way that he sort of interacted with them, the way he was warm and comforting and was able to calm the kids down, deal with Claire, smack her in the mouth when she needed to be smacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, we still think he's sinister, and now the more calm and collected he is, the more sinister I think he is.
Yeah, I agree, because it's like he says all the right things and everyone seems to listen to him. Then you see him, sort of, just hit Claire when she gets out of line to get the idea that he's just reining in how horrible he really could be.
And then Saeed was sitting there like a bump on a log, and Kate asked him, "Are you okay?" He's like, "No." All you want to do from that character is back away from him slowly at this point. He's so consumed with darkness or whatever it is.
Yeah, and then you had Sawyer going to Hydra Island, which at first seemed to introduce a very extraneous new character. Simply, so near the end, do we need this other character, Zoe, on the island? Which is why I was very happy when it turned out, wait a second, she works for Widmore.
Yeah, Widmore's now got his B team, his submarine team there. It was great to see Sawyer and Widmore make that deal, which turned out to be a non-deal, and then he double-cross even the Man in Black by the end. It's all leading up to sort of this battle coming up, so it was sort of a lead-in episode.
Yeah, so there were some interesting things in place, but I just wish there was a little more momentum since we are, at the halfway point of the season and you really want things to get moving.
Yeah, I agree. Send us your feedback, as always, guys, to IGNTV@IGN.com.
Yeah, and please check out our video interview with Nestor Carbonell. That's Richard Alpert on Lost. You'll find it as the next video in the Lost playlist here on IGN.
Thanks.